serving an estimated 3 billion people, almost half the world's population. Unchecked pollution of these water sources could have a devastating effect. It is with the simple message to reduce and reuse that the trekkers push forward. The Drukpa trekkers make frequent stops at villages along the route, giving public talks on spirituality, heritage, and environmental compassion. For many people, this is their first exposure to environmental issues. Simple instructions are given on reducing plastic waste, using sustainable materials, and planting local trees, a campaign His Holiness has championed for the last 20 years. Village to village, the message is spread. While the majority of the world's pollution was not generated by these traditional cultures, they are encouraged to play a part in the world's future.
Real luxury is really back in the Himalaya region because they were so happy. Deeply, they are very contented. But nowadays, there's a risk. They have to really feel that they are somebody, and they are not only somebody, but they can contribute to the world.
Connecting with local people is a crucial part of the Pad Yatra. Often days from the closest road, the trekkers arrived at remote villages rarely visited by outsiders.
Maybe it is educational or maybe medical aids or whatever it is needed. We have to be, and especially myself, have to see what is there, what is really the situation.
Many are moved to tears at the sight of His Holiness the Drukpa and the hundreds in his company. Perhaps it is easy to feel forgotten in the lost crevices of the Himalayas. Easy to forget that one has a role in the world at large.
His Holiness would do prayers in the area, which sometimes I would sneak off into my tent and just pass out. They would do these prayers every morning and every night. And I don't mean we get down on our hands and knees and do a quick 2-minute prayer. These are 2-3 hour ceremonies with drums. It's supposed to be a very rare and sacred ritual to bring peace, harmony. It's also just something very beautiful where people can come and commune and just share in some positive energy and some really beautiful music. Especially since some of these traditions were historically meant for men. So to have nuns perform was a great statement to these people that these nuns, these women, could do something that traditionally men did. The nuns were just so much faster than everyone else. I would put these nuns against any Shaolin monk any day of the week. I was starting to feel very strong, and the nuns kept yelling at me, and I had no idea why. I thought they were cheering me on because I was finally keeping pace. And it turns out that there was a stampede of donkeys, horses, and mules. I thought I could outrun the horses, and apparently I can't. So I had to dive into a sea buck thorn bush. And by sea buck thorn bush, I mean it was a thorny, thorny bush.
Yeah. Chamba. Chedo. Din duwe. Kanan duwe. Ah. Duksa kana.
Dina ye.
Dina.
Ye chamba ye.
Dina fukpa ye nere.
Arena.
Oh. Ja, ja. Ja. Mama Drukpa ani jigi dina. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
A chance encounter with a cave hermitage is not unusual in this part of the world. Immersion in nature is a keystone for many spiritual practitioners, and the tradition of cave retreat has gone uninterrupted for thousands of years. In some cases, these caves have become powerful symbols of spiritual courage. Paying respect to the space is to receive the blessings and encouragements left by the ones who came before.
This is supposed to be men cave. Oh, it doesn't matter. That is also good. Starting from Kuluta up to Tibet, full of holy sacred places are there. So therefore it is very important to visit and also to pay homage.
Once I stayed up in the mountain here for a couple of months, about 6 months or something, for meditation.
This place is Tara, the goddess of liberation, Tara. And also it's, of course, mainly it's a Guru Padma Sambhava was blessed. Guru Rinpoche was sort of stepping in this area, and then all of a sudden lake came out. So this is known as Lake of a Footstep.
Sacred footsteps are a common theme in the Himalayas. It is thought that even the footsteps of a truly kind being can transform the earth upon contact. His Eminence Drukpa Yongzin Rinpoche and Gyalwang Drukpa are two of several Rinpoches on the journey. The Drukpa Rinpoches are considered the teachers and future leaders of the lineage under the guidance of His Holiness.
National Geographic, Animal Planet.
Yeah, I like it.
The great bodhisattvas, they always like animals. Yeah, because the animals are naturally kind of neglected. Some fishes are very harmful each other. They eat each other. It's not so good. I look forward to give them a teaching. Don't eat. Don't eat, okay? Don't eat fish. Buddhist teaching me.
There was one particular pass that was difficult for me. I can deal with the headaches and the nausea, but I couldn't keep conscious. I would pass out. That evening, I was put in an oxygen chamber. I've never felt so defeated in my life.
I thought she is well prepared, but then health gave up. Therefore, I asked her not to go, discontinue to go.
I had a chit-chat with His Holiness, who suggested that I go home. And I didn't want to travel all the way back to Los Angeles. It would be too big of a defeat for me to handle. So His Holiness suggested that I go to 𝐏𝐚𝐝's monastery in Ladakh to recover before rejoining the group. 𝐏𝐚𝐝's is one of the oldest monasteries of the Drukpa lineage. There is a lot of folklore around the monastery. It is a grandiose complex of hidden rooms and sanctuaries. There are all sorts of myths and legendary stories about what goes on in 𝐏𝐚𝐝's. It was like living in a museum. The murals and artwork are hundreds and hundreds of years old with great historic and religious significance. There are stories of some of these paintings speaking and giving teachings. 𝐏𝐚𝐝's also hosts the 𝐏𝐚𝐝's Festival, which is the absolute most highly attended festival in the region. It is just packed. The monks prepare months and months for this. It felt like home. I've never lived with monks before, but it felt like home. I stayed with a monk called 𝐏𝐚𝐝, and at night we would make dinner together from all the locally sourced vegetables, and I would teach him English and he would teach me Ladakhi.
𝐏𝐚𝐝's monastery is over 1,000 years old, and life has remained largely unchanged in that time. Until now. Due to the intensifying weather of the last 5 years, this landmark now faces the most severe degradation in its history. While preservation efforts are underway, the cause of the damage is still at large: a volatile ecosystem in crisis. Now halfway through the Pad Yatra, the trekkers kick into a swift pace, though not for long. Ice is puzzling at this time of year. Hoping it is a singular incident, the trekkers cautiously tread through.
Physically, you're not exhausted.
It was nice.
Okay. Have a good time. He's doing this for others, so he's quite happy.
Yeah, aloo, mashed potato, cheese. Yeah.
Hi.
The group waits patiently for the weather to pass. Fortunately, This time, it is only a light snow.
It is believed that the Pad Yatra, if you walk in this kind of height and all these kind of difficulties, will give you more softened environment, softened attitude, softer attitude. So the soft attitude will become like a loving kindness, and then you will love trees more than usual, love nature more than usual. You know, you have to really be walking on the ground. So it's like communicating with them. That is very important, you know. You really feel that you are there. So then the spirituality naturally grow, and naturally you will be a great person. This is what I believe. Of course, it is a maybe long way to go.
I'm so tired now.
Oh, I'm amazed you've come here this quickly.
Locals often join the group along the way, sometimes for days at a time, to show their support and take part in the historic journey.
Along the area where we were trekking, it's known to contain some very sacred holy art. It's particularly precious, and they have great religious significant meaning.
Ladakh lies along the ancient Silk Route and was once a vibrant hub of cultural exchange. The largely untouched art and frescoes date back to 1,000 years ago and have distinct Hellenistic, Byzantine, and Islamic influences, a point of fascination for many historians. Unfortunately, many of these treasures are in crucial need of restoration. This particular fresco is of 𝐼𝐴 𝐘𝐚𝐝, the founder of the Drukpa lineage from 1,000 years ago. Given the special connection villages have with the Drukpa, they often request His Holiness to examine these artifacts and survey their conditions.
Well, we came across this one village, and there's this odd-looking German dude whose story wasn't quite checking out. You know, the area has a lot of tomb-raiders who come and take these national treasures, and they're technically Indian property, if not the property of the village or the region or the state. It turned out that he was trying to get His Holiness to sign off on one of his archaeological digs. So I asked for a proposal, and he looked at me and said, "I'd like to speak to a white man." I said, "Sure, good luck finding one." And he's like, "What are you, a lawyer?" And I'm like, "Yep." So he actually pushed me. We physically started fighting, I think because he could get whatever he wanted for so long, and I was the first person to say, no, you have to go through the proper channels, that he just snapped and became very violent. Trekking poles are a great way of defending yourself. He was then kicked out of the state and is no longer allowed back.
Written here, but there's no bleeding, nothing.
Yeah.
Just
inside, maybe.
just died. She just died.